What's going on YouTube? It's Sean here and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Acronym collaboration with Nike on the Air Presto Mid in the Racer Pink colorway. These dropped September 20th for $200 US or $265 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is Racer Pink, Photo Blue, White, and Black. So this shoe released alongside two other colorways as part of a second wave of the Acronym and Nike Presto collaboration. So this follows up the highly successful 2016 trio of colors that released. Here in Canada, these were available online at nike.ca, and they were also available in much larger quantities at one of our local boutiques, Haven. So for me, I was able to grab all three colorways on the morning of the release, and it seems like a lot of people were able to do the same thing as well. So jumping straight into the shoe, this Acronym Mid, as you probably guessed, is a reinvented version of the classic 2000 sneaker, the Nike Air Presto. Aside from all the smaller changes to the shoe, the most obvious one is of course the height and the collar of the shoe, which makes it a classic mid-cut sneaker. However, let's start things off taking a look at the base layer of the shoe, which in this case is this pink portion along the toe box. So this is what Nike is calling spacer mesh in this Racer Pink color. This mesh is intended to be very breathable and very stretchy, and then found right in the center we have this black Nike swoosh embroidered within. Found on both the lateral side and the medial side of the forefoot, here we have this tape-like material in black, and this is supposed to give you added structure and added support from a width perspective. Found on the front edge of the toe box, here we have this TPU toe guard. This is colored in like a semi-translucent smoky gray, and then overlaid on top of this, we have this repeating pattern in white that's supposed to represent the A for Acronym. As we move up towards the middle of the shoe, you'll see that separating this pink portion and the blue portion, here we have this hit of Volt with this Acronym branding found right in the center. As we move upwards, so we have the collar area, so this is constructed out of 3D mesh in Photo Blue. At the very top of the front collar, here we have this nylon pull tab. Wrapping around the midfoot of both sides of the shoe, we have this midfoot cage. This once again is done in that smoky gray or black color, and again we have this overlay of white on top. Towards the back end of the shoe, here you'll see two zippers, one on either side, and this gives you easier access into the sneaker itself. There's also a hit of Acronym branding found right next to the zipper on either side. An interesting design choice is that the zippers themselves are connected to one another using this cord, and this actually snaps onto the back using a button closure. On the very back heel, this is constructed out of a very soft black leather, and then once again we have another black nylon pull tab found in the center. You'll also notice that this TPU cage wraps around the back heel, giving you that added structure around the back of your foot. So as we take a look at the inside of the shoe, so the insole is constructed out of a synthetic leather in white, and then on the heel we have Acronym and Nike Air branding. So the upper of these Presto Mids sits atop this full-length Phylon foam midsole in white. Giving you added support and added cushioning, we have an encapsulated air unit underneath the heel. As well, we have a Nike swoosh found in the center in black. Flipping these over to the bottom, so here we have your classic Air Presto outsole. This is predominantly covered in black rubber, but of course we have these grooves running across the width and the length of the shoe, giving you added flexibility. From a sizing standpoint, so these Prestos only come in full sizes, so for example, size 8, size 9, and size 10. For me, I measure as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, so I picked these up in a size 10. I gotta say that these run a little bit more on the narrow and long side, so from a width perspective they fit me perfectly, but the size 10 from a length perspective was a little bit long. Obviously, I wouldn't go down to a size 9 because that would be way too snug, but just something to consider is that these definitely will have a little bit extra space in the toe box. Comfort-wise, so the Presto and these Presto Mids are both very comfortable sneakers. This Phylon foam midsole is very soft, and as a result it will crinkle very easily, but from strictly a comfort standpoint, these feel very good on feet. The upper is very breathable, very flexible, and it's kind of just like wearing a sock with more added cushioning underneath your foot. Having never owned a previous version of the Presto Mids, I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of lockdown that was found on the shoe. So if you zip up the zippers all the way and tie these up tightly, your feet, especially the back heel, is very locked into the shoe. From a quality perspective, so these were kind of lacking. There was some noticeable glue stains, and these overlays found on the toe guard as well as on the midfoot cage, there was some quality control issues there. And I've seen other people online posted that there's some stains on the mesh itself. So overall, I have the sense that the quality on these weren't the best. So that's a little bit disappointing considering these were priced a little bit more on the higher end. So with all that being said, now let's lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. In my opinion, all three colorways of the Acronym Prestos were very nice, but these Racer Pinks were definitely my number one. It's a shoe that's just not afraid to be loud, and it's definitely a head turner if you guys wear them outside. So let me know in the comments down below which of the three was your personal favorite and if you guys were able to pick up any of the Acronym Presto collection. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esgo8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and be sure to visit my website at seango.ca. Before I sign off, in case you guys were wondering, this hoodie that I'm wearing is brought to you from the good people from Kyopo. So Kyopo is a local Toronto streetwear brand that celebrates diversity through their apparel. So the piece that I'm wearing is called the Definition Hoodie. It's all yellow, as you can see, very eye-catching. We have this Kyopo tape branding found on the sleeves. And then let me stand up and show you guys the back of the hoodie has the definition of Kyopo written all over the back. So that's a pretty nice touch. I think the design of this is very dope. So definitely check them out. I'll add their social media, their website, all that good stuff down in the description box below. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.